All right, what a wonderful day to all of you. Welcome to episode 43 of Sunday with Vloggers Academy. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Clark.
Hello, and
Hi,
we're
Dr.
live.
Ray. Yes, indeed. Hello sa inyong dalawa. I'm so glad to be with both of you and of course sa lahat ng mga nanonood at kasama natin ngayon from all over the world.
Yes, we're global network
Absolutely.
now.
That's true. That's true, Clark. We are global. And by the way, you can subscribe to our channel. That's Vloggers Academy. At the same time, you can also follow our Facebook page and you can join our Facebook group. Ayan. We are
Yes.
all excited for today. But before we move forward, let me share with you. Ito yung napili ko na quote. Na
Sige.
quote na Jamie. I know you're
Excited.
all excited.
Yes,
Ito
indeed.
pinaka-favorite natin na part, yung mga introduction. So this is what I was able to research. I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. So very straightforward, right? Yung quote
Mhm.
natin. Pero what does it mean on your end, Jamie and Clark?
Go, Miss Jamie. Ladies first.
Okay, sige. Okay. Because a lot of people, I believe, di ba, dreaming is for free. But then again, when we talk about success, we really have to put effort into it, right? So that at least the dreams will not only be dreams, but we can definitely intentionally put it into practice, and definitely we achieve it. And when we say we work on it, our actions, our planning, whatever it is that we do, kailangan talagang geared towards whatever type of success that we are actually aiming for. Kasi iba-iba naman yan eh. Iba-iba yung success that we have to be looking forward and dreaming for our lives. How about you,
Yes.
Wow, that's
Clark?
amazing.
And
Yes,
Doc?
ano yan eh, like, there's something in between in my perspective, meron yan something in between, like, diba, dream, goals, and success. Like, because,
Mhm.
like, a goal without action is just a
Oh,
dream,
yes.
meaning hindi ka nag-progress from step one. Because dream is step one. Dreaming is the part where, like, visioning what you want is the success. Kasi success is subjective, diba? We have different perspective of success. Sa akin, successful pag ganito. Yung iba, successful pag ganyan. We have different perspective. So we will start from dream, creating this vision. Then the goal for the success, we need to set goals. And this is where we need, sabi mo nga po, Miss Jamie, we need to take action. So this is the part where we need to take action. Setting goals, working on our goals, then success will follow. And, it's like, it's the result of everything. Right? Making dreams. Kasi, di ba, if dreaming alone, it's just a dream. It's for free. But we need to set a particular goal so that we progress from point A to point B and down to success, the result.
Absolutely,
Indeed.
yes.
How about you, Doc Ray?
Oo nga,
I
Doc
couldn't
Ray, how about you?
I couldn't agree more with what you said, Jamie, as well as Clark. Definitely, right? All of us are very good in terms of dreaming. All of us are very good in terms of planning, setting our goals. But at the end of the day, what really determines our success, whatever the definition of success is, on your end, it will really boil down on how passionate are you on that specific goal that you have, meaning and how passionate are you in terms of doing it, because it's in the
Yes.
doing that you can really achieve that. No matter what, or no matter how small your efforts are in terms of going to that direction, going to your dream, going to that success, then I believe it will be on the doing wherein you can really realize any progress will do as long as you're doing something about it. So that's from my perspective.
And
And I
I
want to greet.
and I think just to summarize, I'm sorry, just to summarize, I think that's the difference between the dreamers and the successful people.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely,
True.
that's true. That's true. The doers as well as the dreamers, the successful people. That's true. That's true, Jamie. And by the way, I want to greet our. We have some visitors in here. In our YouTube environment, we have Any Projects TV. Hi, Neil.
Oh, there's
Thank
Neil.
you for
Hey.
tuning in. I can also see in here
Hey.
Cherry. Hi, Cherry.
Sorry.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
shout out.
tuning
Shout
in.
Hi,
out.
Jay.
Shout her out.
All right. So I believe we are all ready at this point. Jamie, with
Yes,
our guest blogger for
exactly.
episode 43.
Exactly. So for our vlogger for today, he actually would want to help a lot of people who are actually just starting or beginning, especially when it comes to reviewing different technology or different gears that they could actually be using. He actually focuses on technology. He started his YouTube in 2019, and at this point in time, he's working in an office. And the reason he actually wants to vlog is just like what we've mentioned earlier. He wants to help new vloggers. He actually does gear review for people who are just starting out. So let us get to know more
Mm.
para at least matulungan tayong lahat, especially yung mga aspiring at mga new vloggers natin. Let us all welcome
Or
everyone with us, a Xavier Ray.
Hi, Xavier.
Hello. Good evening,
yeah.
everyone.
Good
Yes,
evening.
it's
Yeah,
good evening, and then I believe it's early in the morning right there in
yeah, or
California.
yeah, or kind of evening because I haven't slept yet.
Oh,
Oh, okay. What part of California are you from?
San Diego.
San
Oh,
Diego.
San
I'm from
ST,
San
Diego.
that's
Diego. Yeah,
something that I missed. I was supposed to be there anyway
Ah.
this month, but anyway. ST is really something, I mean, one of the US destination that is so good to go to.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
home for me.
That's
Yes, yes,
nice.
exactly.
Are you born in California, Xavier?
Yeah, I was born and raised in California.
And
Whoa.
then every now and
Yes.
then you visit right here in the Philippines.
Yeah, because of the pandemic, kind of stuck here. Yeah,
So you started your vlogging right in 2019, and it's really focused on technology. And I actually love your in terms
thank
of
you.
why you are doing your vlogs, right? And why are you doing your content creation? You want to help out I mean aspiring aspiring
Yeah,
vloggers or aspiring people. What triggered you to kickstart that that journey on YouTube?
actually, I have a mentor on this whole YouTube thing, and he actually suggested me to, since what I do was gear reviews and whatnot, was to really focus in instead of just making it general, just be more specific with the audience. And I was like, oh, that's really good.
So
Yeah.
when you
Ah,
were starting, is it really focused on technology as your
No,
niche?
no, I had no idea what to do. Like everyone who started their own channel, like we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
what I did was I would just like travel around the Philippines and just like film having fun.
And when was that time when you realized that hey, I want to focus on this niche technology?
Yeah, when I was talking to my mentor, we
Okay.
had like a long
that's the
conversation
time.
about
That's
it.
the
I was
time.
like, "Oh, it's pretty cool."
Uh,
And
Yeah,
I think Coach Clark, maybe you can relate. I mean, that's also one of the things that you've been coaching your coaches from around the globe.
yes,
yeah,
yes. Yeah, actually, that's a good content. Like I was checking on you. So you're a great. For me, I'm one of the like this perspective in content creation of helping others, aspiring creators, like help them to build their own brand, build their own channel or platform, whatever what they're doing. Even is it podcast, blogs, whatever. So I love your content and the value in it, like helping others, and that's
yeah,
you have something that you can offer, and that's
yeah.
the something the main key, the main ingredient of your channel, and people will look for that something,
Hmm.
and you like really hit your niche on this one.
And I think Clark, right? You mentioned I think a couple of weeks ago you mentioned it. I mean a bit of advocacy in terms of like creating your content. I mean you're putting in
Yes,
content right here in YouTube. One of the things that if you want to be like a real content creator, like a real
hmm,
vlogger, then make it like an advocacy. And which
yes,
is that's one of the things that I believe Xavier has been doing for quite some time.
he's on
And
point.
Yeah.
I still can remember that. Jamie, how
Mm-hmm.
important it is to have that identity, to I mean to have that niche
Mm-hmm.
in YouTubing.
Very important, highly important. I believe Saver could actually, and all of us could actually attest to that because regardless of whatever the trend is and the challenges are that comes along the way, if we know really who we are, it's easy for us to still stand strong and at the same time firm that hey, this is our niche and this is what we're actually doing, and we can see the purpose beyond, like we might not generate a lot of clicks, for example, or likes or views initially, but if we know what we're actually doing, we can still find ways. Instead of looking at it negatively, we can still find ways. Maybe this is how I can creatively do next time, so that at least I could send out my message and people can understand my content even more. And even if there will be like, let us just say, new content creators that might have the same niche, we know who we are. What makes us unique?
Yeah.
What makes us different? What makes who we are?
And people go back, people visit or keep on
Yes.
visiting your channel because of who you are.
Yes.
Exactly.
I just have a quick question, by the way, Xavier. I know it wasn't an easy transition, or I don't know if it's an easy transition or a difficult transition in terms of when you were starting, right, doing a lot of different types of contents, and then you funneled it, or you narrowed it down into like the technology niche. How easy
Yeah,
was it, or how difficult was it in terms of that transition?
it was super hard because for all of it was super hard because all of 2020 I was like, what do I do? Like we're stuck here. We have to stay safe, obviously, and not like like interact with other people. Because at the time it was we didn't have the vaccines yet,
Mhm, mhm.
but yeah, I didn't know what to do because like my whole thing was going around having fun, and yeah, it was tough.
I thank you for that, Xavier. Clark, what do you recommend in terms of? I know people have been doing it, right? I mean, transitioning from that phase wherein
Yes.
"Hey, I don't know what do I do with my contents, or what is my niche? How do I
Yes.
transition from point A to point B of who I really am, right? What do you recommend? I mean, in
Uh,
terms of those people who are transitioning or pivoting into
and
that
still
direction.
still exploring, right? So first, I mean, no, it's okay to explore everything because especially if you really don't know yet your strengths, your things that you're good at, or things that you're passionate about, it's okay to explore because along the way, one way or another, you will discover it. You will learn about yourself more. You will discover about your stuff. So like Savior. So from I'm opening his channel, so I can see some travels, cosplay, anime convention, and all stuff. Well, that if it's a general thing, that's what you call a lifestyle content, like a vlog. Your personal journey, right? But during this pandemic, everybody limits us. I mean everybody this is our limitation. It limits us to go out and to continue this lifestyle content. So this is a big challenge for creators out there for us. And one thing that you can do, like let's say if you are still in the transitioning phase or discovering, so my like general tip is always look at the things that you're great at. Look your strengths, your things that you're passionate about, something that you never get tired if you want to talk about this stuff and all, right? So if Savers loves this tech stuff, so me, I'm not so techy, but I use equipment, I use gadgets, especially if I want to upgrade my equipment. So there's one person out there in this world of YouTube that can produce about information about different gadgets, different technologies. So and a savior. So right now, so savior is one of the top of my mind. One channel that I can look at. So one thing is, for example, the GoPro. Can you vlog with GoPro, especially this like the new what's the version of I forgot that's the latest version of GoPro, but like GoPro is now. I love their features, especially the built-in stabilizer. And it
Stabilizer.
was so good. Yeah, I love it because I'm in the start of shooting of move whatever all those stuff. So uh, I love these things, but I cannot discuss this. It's not my strength. I can
Mhm.
understand it. I know how it works, but it's not my strength to talk about this stuff. So that's the thing that I want to share as of this moment for now. That to those who's transitioning, you can look for the things that you love. That can start from. You can start from that. I'm not saying that's it at all, or it's not an absolute yet. You can start from there. Then Eventually, again, you will discover more about yourself, or you will learn something from that stuff, and it will grow. And one way or another, whoop, you will discover, oh, this the thing. Once the moment you will feel it once you hit that sweet spot. Okay,
Mm.
and when we're talking about your audience or your niche, uh, just have this. Keep in mind, like this question. You have to always answer this question: who do you want to talk to? As simple as that. Who do you want to talk to? So, like in Xavier, from his advocacy, he wants to serve aspiring creators, like to provide information about these gadgets. It's clear. You want to talk to these aspiring creators, so that's his niche. So these are the things that it's not an easy. It's not like overnight thing. It's easy process, but it will take time. And again, it's a process, and just embrace the process, trust the process, and you one day you will feel this sweet spot that you will say to yourself, yes, this is it.
Mm, it's the moment.
You cannot find the exact words how to describe, but you can feel it. I know. See,
Yeah,
you felt that back then.
like Eureka.
Yeah.
But this
That
is
Eureka
what
moment.
this is it. This is the content that I want. I want to focus on something like that.
Who are your influencers, by the way, Xavier, or who do you look up to? I mean, in terms of the content creators from around the globe, maybe top two.
Top two. I think when I first started out, everyone was always a lot of people recommended Casey Nice. I didn't know who Casey Neistat was until like a couple of weeks after I started vlogging. I was like, "Who is this?" Everyone keeps telling me to watch him, and then I was like, "Oh wow, he's really good."
Mm,
Yeah, and then another one is it's super obscure. I don't think anyone in our space has heard of him. Monster Island Buddies. He makes like a
mm,
lot of like I don't know. He has like he has a show, but he shoots and edits. He does all the voices, everything. He gets his friends to do some of the voices, but he does everything by himself. And that's pretty cool just knowing that like he writes all of that story. Like it's super
wow.
intricate for like for like a show about like Godzilla toys.
Mm.
Oh,
It's
That's
really
interesting.
funny
interesting.
though. Yeah.
Yeah. And what are the maybe the two things that you're able to pick up from like these two influencers?
I know it's super like not in the same field, but like yeah, like with Casey, it's just all about making everything look good and presentable. And that's always something that I've always strived for my videos is just to have it presentable. Like if someone from like a like any company would like look at our because I don't know how everyone handles their YouTube, but for me, I like to think of my channel as like a little resume. Like this is my
Mm,
skill set and what I can do, and then But yeah, that's how I feel about like making content. Is just to make like first and foremost make it presentable.
that's right. It's like your book. It's
Yeah.
your signature.
Okay, I want to
Jamie?
catch Xavier on that part. Sorry. Like he mentioned something about he wants his channel to be like his resume or portfolio. I'm not sure, guys, if you able to see it. Like, there's an ongoing discussion about that, especially for us creators. There's an ongoing discussion like your social media channels are not your portfolio versus no, our social media channels are our portfolios. But because but me,
I think I
I'm a
watched the same video.
yeah,
Why is
because
laughing right
me, I can say that is our portfolio because nowadays, whenever I get a project, these clients, all I like, hey, can I see
Mm,
your channel? Can I see your page? They're just looking for your social media handles. They're not looking for any PDF file, any video file at all. So yeah, things change. Let's accept that.
Yeah. Yeah. See. Oh, I think someone said this. Save the sorry brain
Really?
fart, but like someone said the video that we were talking
Yeah.
about.
ah,
Oh,
So,
okay.
you know,
Now
who's
that
it's,
makes me
followers?
curious to watch it.
it's Peter.
Yeah, but it's good. It's
One of
great. It's
the
great. It's
famous.
great.
Yeah,
It's
it's
good.
good.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of both because like for me my Instagram is nothing like my channel. Like if you look at my Instagram, it's just Godzilla, Godzilla, Godzilla.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
I want to
Doctor,
check
you
that.
were yes, exactly. Doctor, you were about to ask me something.
I,
Hmm?
I believe you have a question, Jamie.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Before I ask the question, I just would like to, I mean, comment to what both Xavier and Clark had just mentioned. So I do agree. Yes, in a way, it's part of us, and it's like our
Yeah.
portfolio because nowadays,
Mhm.
too, the last when I was hired by the company in the U.S. Like few years ago, one thing that they asked me, what are your social media? And what's your channel?
Yeah.
Exactly what Clark had mentioned. And when they saw that my channel is simply like shows their values, that we have the same values, and at the same time it reflects who they are. So I think that's a big plus factor. That's why I got hired. Oh, tips for everyone.
Yes.
Ay, ay. Okay, great. So, my question is for Xavier. Xavier, with the vlogs that you're doing right now, what inspires you to create that content, and what are those other content that you're looking forward to create for the new vloggers or your niche?
For me, it's just always to make it better than the last video. That's all.
Love
Mm,
that mindset. Yes.
Like I'm not
yeah.
really like trying to make my videos better than anyone else's or worse.
That's
I'm
good.
just trying to make it better than what I did before. Uh,
That's
and
great
what's
to
the other
hear.
question?
Okay. Yes. You answered it as well. So,
Oh, okay.
like in the future, what will be like the type of videos that you'd like to actually
Oh,
create? So, is there
yeah.
like anything, or is there anything else that you'd like to create related to what you're doing right now that you would like to venture out? Like maybe like it's still within your niche, but a segment that you might not have yet launched, or maybe planning to launch.
I'd like to start doing travel again.
Oh yes, our niche.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
honestly, right now,
Uh
I
huh.
still don't feel that comfortable going like to different states and whatnot. So,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
yeah.
mm-hmm. We are all wishing and looking forward for that, hoping next year will be better.
Yeah. But you know what, guys? I,
Yeah.
I did this
Yes,
case
go
study.
good
Well, it's not
Clark.
a formal case study, but a little bit of research. But
Uh-huh.
once this pandemic is over, all creators,
Mm-hmm.
us, we used to record inside our room, and it's another like a challenge, or something that we need to overcome is talking again in front of the camera outside. Especially while doing travel, because we're used to, like, in this environment, no one sees us, no one can hear us,
Yes.
just us. Like, but after this one once
Yeah.
over, it's another skill that we need to, like, some others that need to
Polish
practice.
again.
Yeah, to polish. Speaking in front of the camera in public, right? It's a different game ball, ball game. It's a different ball game.
Exactly, exactly. But I'm quite enjoying cause be like for me, just like what Saver had mentioned, I used to travel a lot, and it's my job, my work really is traveling a lot. But now I'm enjoying the comfort of my own home. And although I think I did mention this in one of the for all the three of you, do you feel that even if we are, I mean, quarantine at home or we stay often at home, but it seems like because of technology, our horizon, our network went even vast or became
Yeah.
vast than before. For me, I felt that that's why I'm enjoying it. Not because you're confined in one room, but the people that you reach, the people that you talk to, and what we can do. If there's a will, there's a way. What
That's
do you
so
think
true.
about? What do you think about it, Doc?
Yeah, we are living on a borderless world at this point. If you can reach out, like anyone, I mean, if you have a business and you're doing it virtually, then you can actually reach out from, I mean, people from around the globe, and
Yes.
there's no limit on what you can accomplish at this point. It's just a matter of
Really.
you putting in your time, your talent, your energy in there. And I believe it poses a lot of great opportunities for, I mean, especially for content creators just like us. I mean, in this type of environment, I mean, we just need to take advantage of this opportunity, and I believe we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be great.
Yeah.
I agree.
Just quick question by the way, Xavier, in terms of technology, because I know in looking at the breadth right of technology, there's just a lot, right?
Yeah.
What are the, say for instance, what are the top three that you are super most passionate about? Like, is it about the laptop or the camera or which
It's
technology?
it's mostly cameras and like accessories with the cameras.
Mm,
Because there was one time, before everything got super crazy, we tried to fake some drone footage for one of my videos, and I was like, "Oh, this could kind of work." Because what we did was use a giant pole and a GoPro, but it didn't work as well as we wanted. But yeah, I like doing stuff like that, like like hacks and like cheaper ways to get things done.
Yeah.
I think
that's
that's
good.
quite great. Uh-huh.
Yeah, we actually visited your channel and we found some of the great contents in there. And one of the things that we're gonna do right now, we're gonna be playing one of the videos that you uploaded right here in your YouTube channel. Are you ready?
Something that we are not comfortable with, right? Watching yourself.
I know, right?
So we're gonna be playing it, or let's play it in 1 second.
In this video, we're going to talk about some gift ideas for that vlogger or YouTuber in your life. Whether it's your best friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, or even your cousin. I know Christmas is coming up, so I thought making this video would be a good help to pick out some gifts for that vlogger or YouTuber in your life.
You only made this video so your girlfriend would have a shopping list for Christmas.
What? Anyway, this video isn't sponsored. I just thought that these products would help any YouTuber out there. Anyway, I'll be leaving links for everything in the description. Alright, on to number one. A vlogging camera. If your friend is using a cell phone or even a laptop camera like that over there, and they express, they want a new camera, you could go with two options. You could go the mirrorless route or the DSLR. A good choice is the Canon M50. It's a great camera for the experienced photographer and for the person who's just using it for the first time. It has great autofocus and face tracking for video. And for the people who want to go the DSLR route, this camera that I'm using right now, the Canon SL3. Just like the M50, the SL3 has great autofocus and face detection. And one thing the M50 doesn't have is eye detection. Well, this thing has eye detection. Again, links to everything in the description. And then number two, SD cards. SD cards are super important. Having an extra card could save the day. So you never want to run out of space. So having an extra card or two, that could probably save the day. For those of you who like to put your camera in like cool different angles, the Joby tripod, the Joby Gorilla Pod is a great choice for your vlogger friend. It has the ability to wrap itself around a bunch of different surfaces, like a tree branch or a drawer or a bunch of different places. Go get creative. Go see what kind of angles you get. For those of you who like to do travel vlogs, an action camera. Action cameras can be used for all sorts of shots, like filming underwater or putting it in an oven. Or swinging it on a string in your backyard, and many other types of shots. Even if you get the GoPro 5, you still get an action camera that's waterproof, up to 30 feet. It has electronic image stabilization. I'll put a link down for the GoPro 5 and the current one right now, which at the time of recording is the GoPro 8. For the vlogger who wants to get aerial shots, this next one is great. Obviously, because the word aerial, you already know what it is. It's a drone, the Mavic Mini, perfect for the first time drone pilots, and for those of you who just want to get establishing shots. The Mini is the perfect size. It's like super small, super convenient. You could put it in your backpack. So this thing doesn't shoot in 4K, but it does shoot in 2.7K or 1080p. So if you want to get something for your friend or your boyfriend, or if you're thinking of some new gear for yourself, oh dude, this one is super important. Even if you're not a content creator, this is something that you really need. And that is external hard drive. I remember so many times when my laptop was at capacity because of all the footage I took. Having a place to dump all your footage is something you need as a content creator. And it's also great for pulling up B-roll from a few years ago. One time I was at a conference in the Philippines. There was this Filipino YouTuber. He's super famous over there. One thing that he said to everyone was to keep all your footage. Keep all your B-roll. Even if your laptop dies, you need to keep all your B-roll. And honestly, that's somewhat good advice. I kind of took that to kind of heart because every now and then I would use old B-roll. But you don't need to kill your laptop to keep all your footage. You just need an extra hard drive. One piece of advice, always have more than one. always have like an extra place to dump your footage. So not only do you put it on your external, use a cloud service. Yeah, dude, you don't need to kill your laptop to keep all your footage. Just use an external drive. All right, this next one is great for every content creator, and that is a ring light. You guys know what a ring light is, but for those of you who don't, the thing that's great about them is that they provide you with an even light and makes everything kind of softer. It's always a good idea to be properly lit before you press record. You don't want it to look like this. Yeah, you don't want this. One thing that you need as a content creator is an external mic. The mic that I'm using right now is a shotgun mic. It's mounted towards my camera and it provides all the audio that I need, because the internal mic on most cameras, even cell phones, it's okay, but sometimes it sounds like the mic inside this camera right now isn't as good as the shotgun mic that I'm using. But yeah, dude, the mic that I'm using right now is a shotgun microphone connected to my camera. But for those of you who vlog like I do, I use a DSLR and I run around different places with my shotgun mic and my camera. The next one is an editing laptop. I've never edited on the phone before, but I can assume it's a lot more difficult and a lot more limiting compared to having a laptop that uses Final Cut or Premiere Pro. I'm not trying to say that you can't make videos on the phone. I'm just saying that using a laptop, you have a lot more options. The laptop that I'm using right now is a MacBook Pro. I'm using Final Cut to edit all my videos, and honestly, I've been super happy with Final Cut. So if your friend is editing on a cell phone and has expressed to you that, like they're tired of using it, a good gift idea is a laptop. And there's so many editing softwares out there. Speaking of editing, a good thing that you need is headphones. They're great because you could hear all the little details in your video that you can't when you are editing with like speakers. Headphones are great, especially when you don't live alone and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and you're editing and you don't want to wake anyone up. So it's really good to have that. If you vlog with your cell phone, a good tool would be cell phone lenses. It gives your video a little bit more variety. You have like one lens, and then you have like different lenses. You could, make everything look different in one video. And you could make everyone think you have like a bunch of different cameras. In reality, you're just using different lenses. One thing that's great for cell phone vloggers is a cell phone tripod. You don't really need anything too crazy. This is the one that I'm using right now. It's great for cell phones. Not so great with my camera right now because it can't handle the weight of my SL3. I'm not saying the SL3 is heavier or anything. It's just that this tripod cannot handle the camera. One thing that's good is a cell phone microphone. This is a must-have if you're vlogging with your cell phone. Like I said earlier, like your internal mics aren't as great as an external mic. If you're just using your cell phone and the cell phone mic, it's not going to be that good compared to using an actual microphone. And there's a lot of microphones out there. I'll put a link down in the description. If you're talking on your cell phone, audio really does matter. This one's really good. A camera strap with a quick release. I never knew this, but you could use a camera strap to stabilize your shots. But yeah, dude, you could use that, and the quick release makes it so much easier just to take off the strap. I always have to tie my strap, so I'm gonna buy one of those. Next one is a photo box. If your YouTube friend does product reviews, a photo box would be a great gift for them. You could use this for product shots, tech, or figure reviews. This is pretty cool. Even if you're not a YouTuber or filmmaker, you could use a photo box to sell stuff on eBay or Etsy. All right, let's throw some stuff in it. Alright, last thing that you really need are gaming glasses. If you edit on a computer or cell phone or work in front of a screen for a long time, gaming glasses really help with reducing eye strain, especially when you're working in front of a computer all day. Gaming glasses can reduce eye fatigue or eye strain, and they also block out blue light. I'll put a link down. These are Gunner glasses. I've had these since maybe April. With that, that's my top 20 gift ideas for vloggers or YouTubers in your life.
That was only 16 items.
Top 16 gift ideas for for vloggers or YouTubers. Again, I'll leave links for everything that I talk about in this video in the description. If this video has been helpful, please consider subscribing and clicking that bell icon so you guys can be notified the next time I make a video like this. Alright, see you guys in the next video.
All right.
I
Wow.
love the music. I love
Yeah,
the
me too.
music.
I love it.
I'm
It's
sorry
so
for
Makes me
live.
laughing.
wanna groove and move. Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
now wearing
Yeah,
your
but
gaming
I'm still
glasses.
wearing. I
Yeah.
forgot about that part of the
Nice.
video. I'm wearing the glasses that I was talking
The
about.
top 16.
Super
Top
useful.
15. Oh, whatever.
That's good.
That's
I was laughing
nice.
because the end of
Uh,
that video, it's just
mhm.
blank because it was made for the YouTube like thing where it had the end
Yeah.
card and it would have my channel and my friend's channel.
Oh,
So on here
Uh,
it's just super blank.
oh, that's why.
I thought that was funny.
all right. So, how was it watching your own video
It
right here
was
in our
okay.
show?
It's good. I spent a lot of time looking at that face while editing.
Yeah, while editing it.
It's actually nice. It looks like you're a great fan of Baby Yoda, as mentioned in here by Neil.
Yeah. Yeah, what you call it? Yeah. Yeah, my girlfriend and I we watched Mandalorian. I was like, "Oh man, I love that little baby."
That's nice. Clark,
Yeah.
what can you say about the that specific content?
I love the content of that content. Like how he maximized the B-roll. Yeah, I love that. Because for starters, like I usually advise them that if you're not used to creating B-rolls or recall that the other footages, like just you can keep on like producing A-rolls, like just the this shot, that the one you're speaking talking in front of them or in front of camera. So that's those are the A-rolls. So, but eventually, as you get comfortable, like recording yourself, editing, you'll start from jump cutting it, right? Then eventually,
Yeah.
right, diba?
It's
Everybody
super
starts from there.
popular on YouTube. Everyone does it.
Yes. That technique. And eventually, you'll notice like, hey, I can put something on this part, and that's the time that hey, like you will take that extra mile. You will get your camera and record. For example, as you discuss your let's say your laptop, like you just pan it from your keyboard, whoop, and it's take like decrease the speed, and there you have a cool slow-mo B-roll of your laptop. And that's it. And put in there as you describe your laptop. And while editing, he's like recording from this angle, like his hand right there, focus on his hand or on his watch, and like editing, doing some stuff. So what eventually you guys can achieve that's editing skills that Saver has. So it's like more on exposing yourself, like consuming this kind of content as well, because this is where your inspiration comes in, and this is where it's like I recall this like an instinct as a consumer. As you watch movies, from the old movies compared down to like these modern movies, some like if you will compare these old movies, you will there's this time like you will compare or you will have this feeling, you know, the editor or the production team can do like this. They can add this footage of something like that, like how these modern things, modern production do. They did because this like this what you consume. This what where your inspiration comes from. If you compare to the old production type, so that's as well that you can do to level up your video if you want that. I would like like Saber did it. I like it. I never get
Thank
like
you.
I didn't like, I forget the time like how long was it and is it really 20? At the last one I really asked myself, oh really is that 20? Then this one like
Yeah, I love
that's
that
only
part.
16.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that part. I love
Yeah, when I
bloopers.
was
I love
coming up with the list, I was like, "Oh shoot, there's only 16. I'll add that in as a joke."
sometimes
That's
those part
nice.
like be authentic guys. Yeah, I love the authenticity on that video
Yes.
Saver, and that's one unique way, even though maybe like let's say you're an aspiring creator like Saver, but I don't know. Actually, Saver's not an aspiring creator. He's already a creator. He's on this builder phase already. But like, let's say you're aspiring creator, like has the same content like Saver. Like maybe you're oh, Saver did it well, and how can? No. You just produce your content, even it's technology, gear, whatever, the same as Saver. Learn from him. Like take some inspiration and
Yeah.
put your personal touch, especially the that last part, the 20 to 16. I love that. It feels authentic. It feels authentic, and you will Saver's personality reflects from that video. Simple as that. Even though that's one of the first video that I watched from his channel, there's a part of that connection.
Mhm.
As creators, we need that build that connection from us towards the audience, and Saver did that well on that part. So that's why it's like I get this. We're already connected because from the 20 to 16 items, it got me there.
Yeah, Jamie, I know you have some comments as well.
Yes, I
Or
couldn't agree
feedback.
more with what Clark had mentioned. I really love the video too, Xavier. I really like
Thank you.
being you. The authenticity, it transcends down to us as viewers. I love now the great use of the music, the transitions between one music to another, from the transition of the picture, I mean the videos, and then you can just simply feel the beat. And even to be honest, even up to the end, even if the screen was blank, I was just still okay grooving.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too.
I
Like,
was
I kept
just
on
like,
bouncing my
yeah, I'm
head.
doing that.
Yeah.
And
It's the music company
Clark.
I work with. They have like really good music.
Yeah,
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Indeed, I agree. It's quite a beautiful music. It's music makes a lot of difference. I believe what
Yeah.
music sound effects
yeah,
that you
true.
actually use, the mood it changes, and it
Yeah.
actually increases not only the curiosity, but I think the retention of people to what you're
Yep.
actually
It
saying,
does.
because
Yes.
it makes them feel, it makes us feel okay, be more in tune, even if you're not really saying that, but because of the music plus what you're saying, how you're saying it, also aside from what you're saying. So I think that creates us not interest. It's more on the interest actually. From curiosity,
Yes.
now there's interest, and now the retention and how you presented it. Even like for example, the ring light. I love it. Okay, and then when he was going,
I
I was
didn't even
just
have a
curious.
ring
What
light
will
at the
he
time.
do? And he stood up, and then and you don't actually would like to look like this. So so creative. So I actually love that. So it's, I mean, others might have presented it also like in their other channels, but how you did it, it was quite creative. The humor also, like Clark already mentions from 16, 20 and then 16. Yeah, okay. And you handle it quite,
Whatever. That's it.
yeah, whatever. And it's just like, uh, people can relate. Even let's just Filipinos. Even if you're using English, it's like it's easy to listen to, and it's like people will be okay. Let us see what are his other videos. Let us click on it. So keep
Yes,
it up. For
exactly.
me, I just simply love it, and the tips that you
Thank you.
gave really were very. For me, I love practicality. So
Yeah.
you mentioned a while ago something that like gadgets that are affordable, and at the same time, the tips that you gave were very practical, and keep it up for me. Great
Thank
job.
you.
Great job.
Yeah, all of that stuff is was made like that video was before. I can't even talk. That video was made before. See, this is why I edit myself because it's harder to do it live than. Much props to you guys. You guys do it live all the time. Me, I have to edit.
It's a
But yeah,
different skill set. Yeah, it's a
it
different it's a
is.
different skill set.
Sure. But yeah, I made that video before like I had that long talk with my mentor, and luckily that was part of like the pivot from not
uh,
knowing what to do and then
yes,
you know
it's a
peer
good
reviews.
transition.
Yeah.
It's a good
It's quite
transition.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
with
actually
music.
great.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's great.
yeah, with music. Yeah, like I wanted to mention something like, yeah, it's good to have music, but at the same
mm,
time, you should be careful with copyrighted music
Yeah,
yes,
because it
especially
can
Yeah,
get
now
in a
with
lot of
agree.
trouble.
different
That's why I
platforms.
use a
It's
music
very
company.
sensitive. Yes.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Whenever I upload, like if
Mhm.
YouTube has like some claim, I just go, hey, I got another email from YouTube. Can you handle that? And they do it right away.
Oh, that's great.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
you're actually,
actually true. Yeah, go
but
ahead, Jamie.
I when you talk about copyright music, because like for example, I did subscribe with some of the video editor apps. I
Mhm.
used like just the instrumental ones, but apparently some, even if they say it's you can use it now. Once we upload it in YouTube, it becomes like they do have a claim for that. So you have, just like what
Mhm.
Xavier had mentioned, just be very careful. Sometimes even if it might seem free or instrumental for some video apps that you subscribed from, but
Yeah.
when YouTube says copyright
Yeah.
claim, we cannot
Mhm.
do anything
We can.
Yeah, we gotta abide with their terms of service.
Exactly.
Uh,
Anyway, Doc, you were about to say something. Sorry for that.
No
oh
worries
yeah, I'm
about
sorry.
that, Jamie. No, I was saying earlier that it was actually great. It was a great content, and I believe it's sophisticated. You did it
Yeah, that's
well,
the word.
and
Mm-hmm.
I believe it aligns to what you were saying earlier, Xavier, that you just don't want to create something in there because it has to be you, right?
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
So Savior.
and it means
yeah,
you, and it
yeah.
resonates a lot of sophistication in there in terms of that content. It's professional. It's so professional in terms of how it looks like, and I love also the sound design that's mentioned in here by Neil. Any projects TV, thank you for. And I also mentioned in here, by the way, because of that, I think my wish list is complete for Christmas. Great job, sir. So,
There's
so
link
that's
in
what I
the
mentioned.
there's links in the description.
Yes.
And I also love just what Jamie mentioned in terms of the practicality, in terms of the authenticity of the content itself, which is a good thing. So you were able to showcase the technical side of creating a content at the same time the content itself is really
Mhm.
practical, which a lot of people can really follow. And I was there's something in there aside from the baby Yoda that intrigued me, that laptop that it automatically opens and closes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
How
yeah.
did you do that?
I was I was holding it.
Oh, you were
Yeah,
holding.
but for some reason my hand was out of frame. I thought like at the
Yeah,
time of the
the
recording
corner
my
part
hand
of
would be
the
in there, but it was out of frame the whole time.
Oh,
I was looking back at the footage. I was like, "Oh, nice. I don't have to crop."
yeah, that's actually nice. Yeah, I just have just a quick question, Xavier. What are the two things that you still want to improve in terms of you creating content?
For me, like the hardest part about creating content is like I think for me is the video ideas. Like I'm always stumped. I'm like, "Oh, what should I do next?" Yeah.
I think a lot of people, a lot of content
Yes.
creators are facing that. I don't know if that's a
Mhm.
dilemma. Clark. That's a great challenge, right? to all of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my strength comes in. Yes.
On your end, Jamie, how do you face that? I mean, do you plan like ahead of time? Like how many contents do you plan ahead of time for you to stay
To
away or
do.
to veer away from that situation
Yeah.
wherein I am out of ideas?
Actually, for me, okay, the first question is how do I say, planning is a key. I think that's one thing I learned from
Mhm.
Coach Clark when I attended his master class. So planning is key. Even the famous people that he mentioned during our master class, that they actually plan. So it seems like it's so spontaneous, just like a will, like what you have mentioned, Coach Clark. I remember that. But then they actually have a plan. So what my challenge now is I do have a lot of plan, but it's more on the time and execution. I mean, I have the ideas, I have my segments now. Oh, speaking of transitioning, so I kept transitioning. So now my TV channel's name is different because now I will like I think what Xavier and Coach Clark was mentioning, profile, because I want my channel now to reflect who I am. I'm a public speaker, so in my channel now everything about talk, so it's talk TV. We chat, we discuss, you can ask me anything about talking. Now it's more on, I think, now the execution, because when I was traveling a lot, internet was a challenge, shooting was a challenge, and uploading was a challenge. But now I don't have any excuse, it's more on the implementation. So I think the tip is just plan. I think knowing your niche is very important, and knowing what you really like and love to do and where do you want to go. And then, like, how often will you be uploading and can you upload realistically? Take a look at that and plan from there. And I think try n- try to be realistic and practical too, because if not, you'll end up disappointed and end up not doing anything at all. So maybe one a week at least if you can, and if not, at least and then later on, as you get the momentum and the chance, increase that. Planning is a key. Yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Jamie. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with the whole niche thing because yeah. Oh, what's it? She's saying planning make. Yes, planning. But yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Once you have your niche down, planning becomes a lot easier because
Yes.
Yeah.
when you don't have a niche, you're like, what should I do? A mukbang or should I do like a movie review? But if your
Uh-huh.
niche is like eyeglasses, you could talk about like the different like how to put on contacts, how to take them off. You have so much more
Yes.
leeway once you know
Yeah.
where you're headed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I just want to add, guys, that like what Miss Jamie mentioned. So more than the planning, because it's easy to say, like it's easy to say, planning is the key. Planning is a, but how to plan? Like how to plan? How to come up with the plan? So here's the like a pro tip, guys. So you can start with knowing your niche, knowing who do you want to talk to, and like creating a workflow schedule. Create a workflow schedule. So there's more discussion about it. That's what I'm doing inside the program now because I expand my coaching program and I have these templates of content planning and also so Miss Jimmy haven't seen that yet. But anyway, so those are the things that because I'm in my program I focus on structure, workflows, brainstorming, brands, and those parts. So you can start with establishing your own workflow. I mean again structured workflow. So to those who's struggling in terms of content out there, you have to have that moment like part of your schedule. Like have a moment of brainstorming. Sit down. Come. There's a different brainstorming method. It depends on what personality that you have, but just brainstorm your ideas, write it down, and you can start from there and um, slowly execute it with your workflow. Okay, so you can start with that, or just juggle things out and come to take of how do you call that the progression type of like episode. So like first episode I can do this, and the next thing, hey, this like it can support or supplement the first episode, so you can come up with second. So sort of those one, just one of the approach.
You're gonna have you have an upcoming masterclass or free masterclass, content creation masterclass, right?
Yes, Doc.
Maybe you can
Yeah.
share it to our audience. Maybe they can,
Ah,
if they I mean, if they are free, then they can also attend.
so right,
They can also
right,
join.
right. All right, thank you, thanks, Doc. Actually, I have a free 5-day masterclass. So, wait, I'll flash it in the link in the comment section, so you can register. So that will happen. Supposed to be tomorrow. However, we just have a family emergency, so I have to push it like the next 2 weeks. But to those who will register, wait, I'm typing the link. Vinoya Creators. So you can go into this link bit.ly/Clark Vinoya Creators Grant. But to those will register, okay, I will give like a free exclusive one-on-one consultation. Okay, and just to those who because there's a lot of people sign up already, and in respect of their time and commitment, so I have this free consultation. But again, if you're interested, just register, and I will announce inside my group when will be the next. I mean, like the new schedule. This is the batch 7, by the way, of a free of this content creation masterclass. So it's all about we'll talk about figuring out your content, your ideas. If you're still like trouble out what content I need to focus on, where I need to start and all. So we will process that structure, the workflow. So that's one of the things that I love to talk about. So these are the things that we will talk about inside this class, and also different ways on how to monetize your content. That's it.
That's amazing. All right. At this moment, I believe this is your time, Xavier. If you want to say, I mean, something to all your supporters, to all your subscribers, what um what are the things that you would love to share with us? I mean, going forward in your channel.
Yeah.
Just want to say thanks to everyone. Um, I, yeah, I just want to say thanks for everyone and just to yeah, keep making good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's good.
yeah. And don't sub for sub. Just kidding.
Love that.
That's a big topic. That's something I probably
That's
shouldn't have
another
said that.
discussion, but
But
yeah,
honestly, that's against YouTube's terms of service as well. So
yeah,
that's, you
true,
know,
true.
yeah.
Should only be organic
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
subscription.
Yeah.
build your own.
Right. I believe that's only it. Jamie, do you want to say something to Xavier? Clark, do you want to say something to Xavier before we end our episode 43 of Sunday with Vloggers Academy?
For me, I just want to simply say to Xavier, I mean, you're doing a great job, so keep it up. I mean, I can see how you put your heart and passion and into that craft. So may you continue to help more vloggers, and of course, may your subscribers definitely grow even more.
Thank
So all
you.
the best. And when I'm in SD, hoping next year, I'll
Okay.
definitely inform you.
Yes. All right. Saver. So I'm a firm believer of it's so easy to start, but it's so that's so difficult. But there's a challenge in terms of sustaining it. Okay, you're doing it, so just keep the ball rolling and keep on exploring. Keep on exploring. I know you've mentioned something about the challenge on how like what video comes next. Have the moment like your moment alone. Have your moment
Yeah.
alone, and try to write down all the stuff that you think. I mean, that's at least 30 minutes moment. Write it down if you're a fan of writing. But these guys knows me that always encourage people to write down because it will help you to process inside your brain. Write down those stuff that you want to talk about about your inside your channel. And again, just whatever that you have in mind, just produce it. Keep on
Yeah.
creating and inspiring others. You're already doing it. You're on the right track. And yeah, I love your channel, bro. I love your channel.
Thank you.
Already smashing that subscribe button right now. And
Thanks.
like,
Right, and I couldn't agree more with what you've said, Jamie, as well as Clark. Definitely, you're doing a great job, Xavier. I mean, in your channel, in terms of the contents that you've been publishing, that's actually great. And I couldn't agree more as well with what you mentioned, Clark, in terms of jotting down. Right, I mean, journaling. Journaling is one of the things that I've been doing. You're gonna get a lot of clarity when you do a lot of writing, when you do a lot of journaling, especially if you are thinking of what is the next content that you want to publish. Then I believe that's also one of the things that you can do. But overall, you have a sophisticated channel. I mean, that's a
yeah,
professionally executed contents in your channel. So I believe you just need to keep on doing it and keep on improving and innovating. There's a lot of things that you can do definitely in our space, especially right
yeah.
now. All right, so I believe that's only it for episode 43 of Sunday with Vloggers Academy. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is our guest vlogger, Xavier Ray, and this is your host, Mindgrid by Dr. Ray, and this is my co-host, um, Jamie.
Jamie Aristock TV and
Like Binoya.
Clark, Vinoya, and Jamie. Absolutely. So thank you so much, everyone. I know it's so early in the morning right there, Xavier. Thank you so much for being with us today. It's really a pleasure. Thank you so much, everyone, and you have a great Sunday. Bye
see you
bye,
everyone. See you,
Bye,
Xavier. All the best.
guys.
bye
Bye.
bye.
Co
Bye.
VA family. See you again.